Hello again. Hello. Hello again. Hello. Hello. And like the BMW, the customer wanted a walk around of his Cayman R that's just been covered with paint protection film and detailed. So I thought I'd show you guys as well. Still very busy. Got this Cayman R obviously we've just done, an i8 that is just outside. That's going to come in as well. Might take a little bit of footage of that because that's got quite a few defects on it, even though it's a brand new car that, again, the dealer needs to see. So I'll show them to you guys as well, just so you can see some of the defects we have to deal with here. So it's a 2011 car with about 8,000 miles on the clock. Very few stone chips, so the customer decided to have it covered with paint protection film, which, as usual, Jules has done a stunning job with. You can just see the edges where you can't wrap it into the panels, but otherwise it's all wrapped into the shuts, so you don't get the lines of the edge of the PPF. Again, you can just see the edge of the PPF, and then that little roll there as it just disappears inside the shut. The rest of the cars had a bit of machine polishing and then Gtechniq crystal serum, followed by Kamikaze ISM. And that is it. Like I said, very quick walk around just to show you the car. Hello again, it is the end of the day and I've been working on this Protonic Red Edition BMW i8, which is a new car, or sort of a new car, because it has a lot of defects on it. It's a new car to the owner, it's unregistered and it had delivery mileage on it, but we believe it is sat around in a dealership somewhere in Warwickshire with people pouring all over it, probably getting in and out of it, and as such has quite a few marks on the doors, especially on the bits where you have to open them to get the gull wings up, and then there's lots of polishing marks on the bonnet. Let me show you around, and I had to turn the lights off to capture these defects, but there's machine polishing marks all over the bonnet, some swirl marks on the doors, and it's interesting on the bonnet, you can see it on the black. The same marks are on the red, but they just show up better on the black. So I've just been polishing the bonnet and you can see this blue tape which is on the bonnet here. That's to show a 50-50 shot, so on one side will be the side that I've polished and on the other side is the side that the dealership has polished. Let me take the tape off, give it a panel wipe, and we can see who does a better job of polishing. Right, hopefully you'll be able to see a difference. This is the side the dealership has polished, and that's the side I've polished. Solid black, pretty difficult to get right. There's some lint on there from the cloths as well, and dust, but it's just a quick example to show the difference. And as you come across, you can see pretty clearly. Let's get it to focus. There we go. And the polished side that I've done. And then obviously all the red has been polished as well. You can't see the difference quite so dramatically on this, but when you move over to this side, you can still see that there are some holograms and swirls on the red. And like I say, that they were the same as on the black, it's just on the black you can see them a bit more clearly. Right, so that's just a quick example, and there were still some marks that I could see with the lights out, so I'm going to go over this side, a couple of bits in the middle here. Tomorrow, go around the rest of the car. Hello, the i8 is finished. I've done a walk around, which I'll show you in a minute. There was some before and afters, which I will have put in as well by now. Like I've said before, not really a full-on vlog. I'm not going to do any fancy time lapses, just wanted to get this one done and on. I haven't got it on as quickly as I wanted, so if earlier on in the video I said, oh, I'm going to get this up tonight and then show you, I didn't get a chance to do that. So I'm going to do it all in one video, hopefully get it up online tonight. customer should be happy because all of the blemishes that the dealer inflicted are now gone, and it's protected with Gtechniq Crystal Serum and C0 V2 top coat, which is similar to EXO, but I think a little bit better. This one's going out, Tesla's coming in. I've already had a look around that with the light, and guess what? Another brand new car with tons of defects. I will show you some of those in a sec. Right, the Tesla's in the booth. I'm just going to come out and say it. Tesla and BMW, this just simply isn't good enough. This is a brand new car, only collected it on Wednesday, and I'm fairly sure he hasn't been out there with some sandpaper and a machine polisher creating all these defects in the paint. Same in the BMW, but person bought it brand new, and it turns out it was a ex-demo from a dealer in Warwick. So all of the blue tape marks on the car is where, been around with a torch, and you can see there's defects. Most of them are where there's been a dust nib at the factory and then sanded and polished out. Blue tape all over the car, and if I try and, so let's zoom in on this. That's the customer texting me to tell me to go ahead with more polishing. So you can see the movement in the light where it's been polished, and this here is an area where it's been sanded. So you can see that kind of, there we go. So you can see that circle. That's where there's been a dust nib, and then it's been sanded on the production line. Not done very well. And then someone's just machine polished over it very quickly, which has not only left the sanding marks there, but has induced these machine buffer trails. So every bit of blue tape, see there's another one there. See the circle, the dull circle, just there. So there's 1, 2 really close to each other, and someone's then just polished in between. Really poor, not too sure what this car costs, but it's got to be upwards of 50,000, but whatever the value, it shouldn't come out looking like this. So again, another dull patch just here, and all the buffer trails around it. And there's the dull patch just above the tape, and then more buffer trails. And even more down this side, another sanding mark there, nice big circle. I think, where was it? Was it that one on the wing that was the worst one? I mean, that's almost like they've not even bothered to try to polish that one out. Right then, Mr. Tesla, a free bit of advice for you. This mark here and here, which I will take the camera off and show you in a minute. I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually do this properly. So there's a mark here and a mark here that are really bad sanding marks where it just looks like it hasn't been polished at all. First of all, right, can you see the mark? There we go, so just under the light cluster, massive dull patch where it's been sanded, and another one just here. There we go. And you can actually see what they were trying to do. There's, in the middle, there's a tiny little circle, so it's a silicone crater. It's probably where they've then put lacquer into it and flattened it down. There's bits like that all over the car. These are some of the worst ones. So obviously their paint booth isn't very clean if they're getting that much contamination in the paint. So, Porsche Cayman F5 polish, a flex polisher. This is actually a VRG 3401 dual action polisher, and I've done a whole section on polishing in another video, which I'll put a link up one of these sides here. And a Rupes yellow pad. Just these three things here will help you go from producing cars that look like this, which is rubbish, to putting out cars that are nice and shiny and don't have these little blemishes on them. Like I said, there's another video on polishing, but that's all the polish you're going to need for this. And remember where those marks are, so there. There we go, it wipes down with Spies Hecker 7010, which is a body shop panel wipe, which makes sure that none of the oils of the polish are filling the little marks and making you think it looks okay, but then later on when they wash out, maybe 2 or 3 washes time, then it starts looking bad again. This makes sure that it's actual correction that you're seeing and not just the oils from the polish. And I can see that there is still a couple of tiny little dimples that's what they were trying to sand out. I'm not going to chase those. But it's nice and glossy, it doesn't have that dull patch around either of those marks. In fact, I can't even see this one to see where it was. I'm looking for the little dimple. So let me show you up close. Right, so underneath the light, you can just see you can see the little dimples still, but now the dull patch that was around it has all gone. Nice and glossy, that's acceptable for this car. And the patch that was up here, can't even see it. Let me just scan over the whole section so you know I'm not hiding it. No, can't see anything on there. And it's now changed from being something that was very shocking, if you'd bought this as a new car you'd be pretty disappointed, to being acceptable. I mean, these bits still aren't great, but that's their paintwork. I'm not going to start sanding and flattening this myself, because that's not what it's in for, but it's brought it now up to an acceptable standard. So Mr. Tesla, take notes, some free advice. If you want to get in touch, feel free. Hello, fast forward to the next day. It's now Friday and the Tesla is complete. All been polished, coated with Gtechniq Crystal Serum and C0 V2. I'm going to do a walk around. The marks came out quite nicely. I showed you some video of those yesterday and how poor the paint was. The paint's now in very good condition and it's ready for collection. So let me do a walk around, and then not working tomorrow, but then I'm in Northampton Sunday through to Wednesday, so I'll try and shoot some video there. Got a McLaren and a Mercedes to do. Thanks for watching. I've said that 3 or 4 times because I thought I was going to upload multiple videos during the week. I'm just going to do it as one video, and I'll leave you with a walk around of the Tesla. that's it, thanks for watching. The usual links will hopefully pop up around my face, so subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and check out some of the other vlogs or videos that I do. Thanks for watching.